After leaving Shenandoah National Park in Virginia, I started to head south in search of warmer weather. I stayed a few nights in Johnson City, Tennessee, and then made my way to Georgia for a night. Eventually, I would make my way to the Atlantic coast of Florida. This part of the journey enabled me to spend time on country roads that felt so peaceful. Riding on these roads, it reminded me of how different our lives are. Certainly, there are experiences that we all have, but did you ever wonder how your life would be different if you grew up somewhere else, or lived somewhere else as an adult? There is so much in this world that shapes us. I stopped at a good barbecue dinner place off the highway and was thankful for a good meal, and yet I felt out of place, like everyone knew I didn't live there. Isn't that what so much of life is about? Finding where we belong. I arrived in Jacksonville, Florida, and walked around the beach area and went to a coffee shop. Finally, warmer weather. After that little stop, I continued on to St. Augustine. I passed beach houses, and I'm sure they were quite expensive. It again brought me back to how everyone's lives are so different, and yet the experiences of being human mean we all share common ground. In St. Augustine, I stayed at a KOA campground. I met a man there who started talking to me and telling me that he was doing better than last year when he had a massive heart attack. We talked about how he was still fighting and going. It reminded me of my dad's warrior spirit, a gentle reminder that even though my dad was no longer earthside, parts of him remain here. I visited the water and walked around St. Augustine, which had beautiful streets with older buildings. The crowds, however, soon got to be too much for me, and I had more places to go. So I hit the road again and continued my journey south. Stay tuned for the next stop. Thanks for watching, and remember, there is somewhere you belong. And if you feel like giving up, there is a fight somewhere deep inside of you to keep going. There are sunnier, warmer days ahead. Just keep going.